We got something really exciting here that we wanted to show you. It's a sneak peek at one of RIVA Racing's limited edition, specially built RXP-X 350 Sea-Doos. What's really cool about this is, yeah, there's some really cool one-off pieces for the limited edition, but everything you see on this Sea-Doo, you can recreate on your RXP-X at home. And Dave's gonna walk us through all the cool little things, all the neat performance parts, and all the neat little features that you guys can find at rivaracing.com and put on your ski by yourself at home. Dave, thank you very much for letting us see this really cool ski. I know it's already been paid for and it's on its way out, but you're gonna show us some of the cool stuff that you guys put on this RXP-X that everyone here can actually build and put on their ski at home.
Exactly. We're really excited because this is an all-new platform for 2021.
Oh, yeah.
So Sea-Doo has completely redesigned the RXP-X 300 for 2021, and the RIVA development staff was quick to come up with all the aftermarket goodies to make this thing go faster, handle better, and look better.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's definitely stunning. But
it's a beautiful ski.
I'm looking at some really cool stuff that I want for my RXP-X at home. But let's start with one of the things that impresses me the most is this new billet steering system.
Exactly. So the stock steering system on the RXP has a plastic shaft. So it's all plastic.
Okay.
It doesn't have the tightest tolerance, so there's a little play in it.
Okay.
And for recreational riding, it's average recreational riding,
Sure.
it's probably fine. We have developed a billet aluminum system that slides in with a whole aluminum shaft. It has quick steer settings on the steering arms, so you can change the amount of influence the handlebars have on the jet pump.
So you can actually you can shorten the throw on the steering.
Exactly, for tighter turning.
Okay.
So the system not only looks awesome,
Yeah.
but it has a more precision feel, it's stronger, and it allows you to mount aftermarket MX or motocross style bars. And of course we have the RIVA handlebar lineup. The most popular for this application is our 30-inch bar.
Okay.
And that's what we have here, a 30-inch wide RIVA bar with the crossbar, and we have the protective pad on it, pad cover. It's bolted and clamped onto the steering system with the integrated clamps in the steering system. And then we provide these housings, which are hold all of your controls and all of your
all the factory
switches.
components go right into these houses.
That's correct.
Okay.
And we've also upgraded the levers. The throttle lever and the IBR lever with our billet aluminum levers. So these things are machined out of aluminum. They have holes in them, so they give you great grip with your finger. And they have a tighter tension stainless steel spring. So levers give you a nice feel. They're like more resistance than the stock ones.
I was gonna say that they really have a really good response. They snap back really nice.
Exactly, because the stock ones are plastic. It has a plastic return spring.
Okay.
So with this stainless steel spring, it's a really nice feedback.
You're getting a lot of that slop out of there, and you're getting a really good steering feel out of the whole unit.
Exactly. Moving over to the grips, we utilize the 130 millimeter ODI grips, which clamp on. It's a really nice secure attachment point to our handlebars. And then the RIVA billet aluminum grip ends, which help retain the grips, and they also look really custom.
Oh yeah, look sharp, look really, really good. So this is quite literally a slide-in replacement. You're not drilling or cutting or anything like that.
That's correct. It slides right in when you pull out the stock one. Let's take a quick look at the stock steering system for comparison.
Okay. Okay, so we're actually going to take a look at, this is a stock steering setup off of a factory RXP-X, right?
Right. This is what we take out and replace with the RIVA system.
Okay.
Notice the whole steering shaft. I have her upside down. She normally sits like that, obviously. The steering shaft is all plastic.
Right.
The steering arm
is plastic.
Is plastic. All of this in the RIVA system, which is now embedded in this ski, is constructed out of billet aluminum. It is vastly stronger.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so there's a lot of flex in this factory piece, and there's a lot more play. The tolerances are much greater in the factory piece and much tighter in the RIVA piece.
Right.
That gets the play of your handlebars out. So this plastic unit is replaced with our precision billet unit. The RIVA system is 100% manufactured in the United States.
Okay.
It's made out of the finest quality materials.
Good.
Really, really solid system.
And there's no cutting or drilling. This actually just replaces This system just straight replaces
Correct.
that.
It's remove and replace with the RIVA one.
Fantastic.
Bolts right in.
Yeah, take you a few minutes to do it on a Saturday.
Exactly. It functions great and it looks great and it's a lot stronger.
Yeah, radically change your steering response.
Exactly.
Very cool. Okay, so I gotta say, one of the coolest things that Sea-Doo did for the RXP-X 2021 was this new ErgoLock R seat. Now somehow, RIVA's managed to make it even cooler.
That's what we do.
Okay, well then I'll let you go.
So this is the RIVA seat cover for the 2021 RXP-X. Note that we've retained the separate backrest with the fully adjustable system. We've upgraded the rivets.
Yeah, all the adjustable grommets.
Or grommets.
Yeah, these are really nice.
They hold it very solid.
Units.
And the material that we use is a medium slip material. So it gives you superior grip over the stock
and it won't chew up your legs.
Will not chew up your legs, but it gives you superior grip in the turn so you can grab that seat with your legs and hold on tight. It looks amazing. It's all blacked out with a highlight of stitching color.
Yeah, the yellow stitching matches.
This is our neon yellow stitch, which matches the neon yellow body panels. We also have a silver stitch, which matches everything.
Right.
And a variety of other colors.
Okay, cool. Now, what about the guys who want to get the extra seat?
So, BRP sells a accessory seat, which you don't run the backrest in that case, and it bolts on it clips into the back, and that's you can put your passenger back there. And we make a RIVA seat cover, a matching seat cover for that BRP accessory seat.
So if you customize or if you order a custom seat cover and the backrest, I say, hey, I want red stitching on it, and I can order the back seat with the same red stitching. It'll match all this.
Typically what we do is the back seat cover comes with blacked out stitching, so it matches everything.
Sure.
And the highlight color is contained in the front seat cover kit, which includes the front seat cover and the backrest.
Okay.
In the highlight color.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well you can pretty much totally deck out the seating arrangement for your RXP.
I mean, the seat is stunning. I mean, it looks amazing on the craft.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to tell you, that right there is really going to keep you playing it. I mean, if you thought this was going to work before in the stock configuration, this is 10 times better.
Yep.
Very cool. All right, so one of the things I was most excited about when I got my RXP-X for this year was getting my hands on a set of Pro Series sponsons. I knew how much or what a big difference they made with our RXT-X from a couple years ago, so I really wanted to put these guys on. And I gotta tell you, it was another night and day revelation.
Sure.
So for me, I kind of wanted to get it from you. What goes into RIVA designing a set of Pro Series sponsons?
Okay, first let's talk about the stock sponsons that come on the 2021 RXP.
Yeah, we got one here.
It's a one-piece plastic sponson. It is not adjustable. It bolts on in one position, has a very wide fin on the bottom, and a fixed backing plate. And this is what you get stock. So we take these off, and our Pro Series sponsons are a direct replacement for this factory sponson. The Pro Series sponson, it's a separate backing plate from the fin.
Right.
The fin is adjustable, and we have 5 adjustment points.
Okay.
So with these billet inserts, you can clearly see 5 different holes, and you can drop the sponsons up and down to meet your riding preference.
Right.
Typically, when a customer asks me, Dave, where do you set your sponsons?
Right.
I always tell them, look, start in the middle position, and then you can drop the fin down 1 notch at a time. It of course, it's more aggressive. The turning and the handling gets more aggressive the farther you put the blade down into the water.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I didn't listen to your advice, and I started at 4. And for you guys who might have seen the video, I nearly got thrown. They bit really, really hard. It actually surprised me. So I bumped them back up to 3. But I know, obviously, the more aggressive offshore or racer, he's going to want as much bite as humanly possible. Right.
Yeah, different riding styles and different riding situations can call for different settings, but that's the beauty. They are adjustable, and you can pick the way the machine handles just by adjusting the sponsons. Usually you find a sweet spot and just leave it. This is something you're not changing every time you go to the water. You find your happy spot and you leave it. As far as the construction, these sponsons are 100% made in the United States, made in the USA, of the finest materials, really high quality plastics, and all the aluminum is anodized to prevent corrosion, stainless steel hardware. The backing plates are machined out. We hog out all the extra material to decrease the weight. and it's a very strong and very good looking set of sponsons.
And I even noticed you guys have drain holes that are drilled in there to make sure any water that gets behind there
exactly
can drain out.
The guys in our development department, our guys think of everything.
You know, I gotta say, in looking at the factory sponson, one of the things that really impressed me with the Pro Series is the thought that goes into even the camber angle of the blade. The blade on the RIVA Pro Series sponson kicks out a little further, giving you a little wider bite. So when you go into a turn and you're in that apex, this literally becomes your vertical running surface. And that really deep blade, I mean, it's taken up several inches and you got a really deep bite that's also maximizing the unit's pivot point.
Right.
So it's really maximizing its grip right at the end of the intake grade, or the beginning of the intake grade, I should say, and at the ride plate. So all of that traction's right here.
Yeah.
And you look at the factory blade, it's pretty vertical. It's not really kicking out too far, and it's a really blunt surface.
Right.
It's more of a dragging surface than anything.
Right. Well, it's also a planing surface. The stock sponson has a very wide bottom, which actually creates lift at the back of the ski and pushes the nose down. The RIVA sponson is much narrower or thinner, so the machine lets the bow lift up, but you can put it down if you want with the trim.
Sure.
But this is definitely a superior design.
Right, right. It's really maximizing a lot of the natural characteristics in the hull. So we've done handling, we've done cornering, and even the grip. Now we got to look underneath the hood.
Let's take a look.
All right.
Okay, we have the service deck removed, and I'm going to walk you through the engine compartment with all the modifications that we've done to this unit. This level of modification is based on our Stage 2 kit, which produces low 80 mile per hour, 81-ish, 82, depending on the weather conditions. And let's start with the cold air intake, which is the RIVA Power Filter. RIVA Power Filter replaces the restrictive stock air intake system, and it's taking cold air from the front of the ski, and that's where your factory hull inlet vents are, where the cold air comes into the front of the hull, and that's why our filter is placed up front to collect the cold air and bring it back to your supercharger. Now notice the power filter is routed over the valve cover of the Watercraft. This silver material here is our valve cover heat shield. We apply this heat shield to the valve cover to keep any heat from radiating into the power filter. It just keeps the air nice and cold. The colder the air is, the more dense it is, and the more horsepower it makes. Also, we have reflashed or reprogrammed the brain of the Watercraft, which is the ECU or engine control unit, using our Map Tuner X tuning device. And the Map Tuner just plugs right into your factory diagnostic port, and you see your tunes available for this package. We pick the Stage 2, we push the button, Stage 2 flashes right in, and she's ready to rock. That adjusts timing, it adjusts rev limit, fuel delivery for perfect calibration for this package. We've also added a RIVA fuel rail, which is a larger diameter orifice than the stock rail for superior fuel delivery. It also looks awesome. Moving to the back of the engine compartment, we've upgraded the factory intercooler tubes with the heavy-duty RIVA intercooler tubing upgrade kit. This upgrade kit has very durable, very thick silicone hosing. It's turbo spec hosing. It includes stainless steel hose clamps, and it's available with or without the tile blow-off valve. This obviously is equipped with the tile blow-off valve. What the blow-off valve does is, in an off-throttle condition, if you let off the throttle at high RPMs, the supercharger is still spooled up, it's creating a boost, and that boost has nowhere to go. So the blow-off valve opens up, it senses the pulse from the vacuum line and opens up and blows off that extra boost. It sounds fantastic, it helps reduce clutch wear, and it also keeps the charge tubes cooler. So when you get back on the gas, you're gonna have a cold shot of air into your throttle body for more acceleration. So that's our intercooler tubing upgrade kit. Now, this is tubing that leads back to our dual rear exhaust kit. About 6 months ago, we introduced a very exclusive part to the industry, which is our dual rear exhaust kit. It comes out of in this case, it's coming out of the factory water box. The factory water box is a single outlet for your exhaust, and it comes down this mandrel bent aluminum tube, and then there's a Y. It splits into two and comes out two really cool exhaust outlets in the transom, which we'll look at in a minute. This gives you reduced back pressure. It eliminates your factory sound suppression system, so it's increasing acceleration and low-end torque. And you're also cleaning up your engine compartment dramatically by removing all these bulky plastic sound suppression systems. Let's take a look in the back of the ski and take a look at those awesome rear exhaust outlets.
Okay, so we're looking at something really unique here that's only available through RIVA Racing, and that is something that I was actually really excited to help promote, and you guys gave us the heads up at the Watercraft Journal. True dual exhaust.
That's right. That's right.
What are you guys thinking?
Well, you know, Kev, we had a very successful and popular line of rear exhaust kits. They've always been a single outlet. And for the RXPs and the RXTs, it would be one exhaust outlet.
Right.
And this rectangular automotive style outlet we introduced several years back. It's exclusive to RIVA Racing. It's our design, and it's beautiful. It's hogged out of a solid piece of billet aluminum.
Wow. Yeah, you can see the machine.
Laser etched, right.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So we do offer a single rear exhaust kit for the RXPs and the RXTs, but a few months ago, like I said, we brought out the dual rear exhaust kits. It has the same exact performance level as the single rear exhaust, which is better than stock.
Right.
So the single rear exhaust gives you more torque, more acceleration, less back pressure, and all the advantages of the single have moved over into the double. Except we have that cool balance, that equilibrium of the twins, which just looks so fantastic on the back of the hull. So you have mirror image, rear exhaust outlets, and they're all made in the United States.
Right.
All of our exhaust systems are 100% made in the United States. All the aluminum tubing, there's no welds in it. It's all mandrel bent. Nice. All the ends are bead rolled, so they capture the couplers really nice. And these exhaust outlets are really works of art. They're machined, CNC machined, as I said. They're anodized to prevent from corrosion, and then they're laser etched with the RIVA logos.
Yeah, they're really, really sharp, and it really totally, I mean, you wouldn't think it would, but it totally transforms the rear of the ski.
It looks beautiful, and it does have a little bit deeper exhaust tone than the single exhaust, so we love the tone, we love the look, and the builds that are going on around this world right now with this rear exhaust are amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty wild.
People are going crazy with the dual exhaust, so we offer these again for the 2021 RXP and the 18 through 21 RXT platform, which includes the RXT and GTX.
Great, well that's fantastic. So somebody like me who actually has an RXP-X 300 at home, I don't have to go and order a complete limited edition to get all this stuff. I can pretty much piecemeal, according to my budget, what my wife will let me spend on the ski, one thing at a time, and kind of build my own limited edition, so to speak.
Exactly, exactly. The easy way to do it, Kev, is go to rivaracing.com. Right on our homepage, you'll see a year, make, model search. You put in 2021 Sea-Doo RXP-X 300, and the system will serve up all of the parts that we make to fit this platform. That'll start with our stage kits, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and it'll work into all of the individual components that fit this unit. And if you have a different model, if you have an RXT and it's a 2020, just put the year, make, model in, and it'll give you the same group of parts to match your ski.
Yeah, your search function makes it really, really easy just to go in there and plug in what you go on. You can even do it by handling or engine upgrades or all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So it really makes it super user-friendly.
Right. And if you have any questions, you can call our performance experts. We have 8 full-time staff on the phone that are trained in every nut and bolt.
Just to ask questions and answer questions.
Exactly. They can tell you how to reach your performance goals and help you with your build plans.
And that's free? Like I could call up these guys and pick their brains? And
Absolutely. That's what we do. That's our
awesome.
job.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Guys, thank you very much. I definitely want to thank Dave for walking us through all the items that RIVA has for the RXP-X 300. I'm Kevin Shaw, and you've been watching the Watercraft Journal.